From the Crush Studio in sunny Florida, this is the Disney Crush Podcast. And now your two tempests in a teacup, Dave and Tony Ann.
On this week's The Disney Crush episode, we've got a little news and a little nonsense. Episode 408 of the Disney Crush Podcast starts right now. David turned his camera off. He doesn't want to see me. Or he wants to see me. He doesn't want me to see him.
Shenanigans. Okay,
Shenanigans
whatever.
ensue. The shenanigans ensue.
Shenanigans are... Get ready, folks, because shenanigans are ahead. Stay tuned for more shenanigans.
How you doing, Dave?
Good. A little bit of FOMO. I mean, you know how that goes.
We have friends at the parks right now.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people there. We got Kurt, Margita, Auntie Judy, got Ken,
Luke
Scott
from
Karen.
Disload is there.
Yep, Luke Barnett from Disload, Sean.
Sean Hart. Yeah, you're right. Samantha Carpin was there, but she left.
Oh, okay.
Samantha Carpin was there and last week, and she's already left because she told Sean she was missing him by a day, or like he was coming
okay.
and she
That's
was
right.
going.
Okay, I just saw a picture today, so it was like, I was like,
Yeah. Yeah, and I was supposed to go on Sunday. I just didn't feel good on Sunday. So then I saw the picture of Luke with Kurt and Margita and Judy and Ken and Scott and Karen in the DVC lounge at Magic Kingdom, and I really had FOMO because I would have not that I don't want to see all of our friends, but I really would have liked to have met Luke because I haven't met Luke before.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping. Yeah, when I saw that, I got no, you know me, I get JOMO. I don't care.
I know.
No, it'd been cool. It'd have been cool to see him,
especially Magic Kingdom. Like you think about waking up and driving to Magic Kingdom, and then you got to park in that parking lot and take the tram, and then you have to get on the monorail or the boat.
Okay, now do you really want me to keep this in? Because I can edit that all out.
Yeah, why?
Because you're complaining about, and people like Luke just came across the water on a plane with his family, and you're complaining about driving.
I know
2 hours.
They traveled for a full day, and I don't want to drive 2 hours. I know.
If Luke is listening to the podcast, which I'm not sure if he does, but if he does listen to it, right now he's going, "Are you kidding me?"
Hey, I haven't been feeling well for 4 months now.
That's no excuse. You have no excuses.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No, there's no excuses.
I can't use this illness too long.
No, I know. I get what you're saying because I do the same thing. I'm sometimes, hey, Veronica, you want to run over to Disney? And she's like, well, and then I start thinking about it a little longer. I'm like, yeah, it's a 2-hour drive. Then we got to go there and park. Nah, let's just stay home.
Well,
and then I start thinking about other people like Luke and Kurt and other people that
Scott drives there for work every day. Like he does that drive and back every day when he goes to work.
Who?
Scott.
Oh, I know. Yeah, but even that's just crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I can't do it.
My daughter Liana, she had a friend that worked in Tomorrowland. She lived here in Spring Hill, and she worked in Tomorrowland, and she would drive the 2 hours to go work a shift in Tomorrowland and then drive home.
Oh, see, I'm just too lazy. I can't do it.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
When we were at Whispering Canyon Cafe that morning, we had breakfast there. The day we met Tori for the first time, the waitress we had, the server, she was a teacher in the Pasco County schools, which is where I work. I work in Pasco County. She was a teacher, and she just worked at Whispering Canyon on the weekends, on Saturday and Sunday. So she worked Monday through Friday in the schools. And then, you're tired on the weekends and you just want to veg out and yeah. Nope.
Oh, no.
She would get in the car early because she was working breakfast.
Wow.
So she probably had
crazy.
to be there at 5 or 6.
Yeah. And if people don't know, Pasco was the same as.
Yeah, it's the same distance.
It's just a 2-hour drive. Same thing.
Pretty much the same distance. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
That's crazy. Yeah. I don't know. I just don't have it in me. Maybe when I was younger, maybe I could have done it, but I got too much going on. And you'd think right now I wouldn't have that much going on, but there's so much I do.
See, that kid that worked in Tomorrowland, she couldn't have made too much. The server, she said she made more on Saturday and Sunday than she did at her regular job. I believe it.
I believe it too.
At Whispering Canyon, if you get a big table, we were a table of there were 8 of us or something, and think of the tip we left.
No, I've talked to some servers, man. They make, my daughter's a manager at a restaurant, and I know what the servers make. They make bank. Yeah. If you're good.
If you're good
Even
and
if
you
you're
work
not
at the
good,
right restaurant.
you could be crappy and you'd probably get at least something.
But I think at Disney, I think they do pretty good. That's a pretty coveted job at a popular Disney restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
David, so last week or the week before last, we talked about how Destination D23 was coming and how they said they weren't going to make any park announcements. And then they made some park announcements.
Okay, like?
Well, do we talk about Tron will be turning red? Tron will be turning red because it's celebrating Tron Ares. I guess that's how you pronounce it, Ares. That's how into Tron I am. I know I have friends shaking their fists at me right now. Tron's going to be turning red on September 15th as part of an overlay. They're gonna make the light cycles red. The lights will be red. This is just an overlay. LED lights. You can do that easily. You can make things any color you want. So Tron's going to be red. I don't know how long it's going to be red for, but it's going to start on September 15th. So probably by the
whatever.
No, actually not. But next week. Next week, by the time Tori gets here, it'll be red.
Big deal.
So Michael's howling in the background. So D23 was full, like most of the announcements were about sippers and popcorn buckets. No lie.
Please. Oh my
There were like a bazillion announcements about sippers and popcorn buckets.
Okay, well.
I was thinking about the sippers and the popcorn buckets and how, all the good ones go to like Tokyo and California and we get, why don't they just like release them? Like if they have one for Disneyland, why can't they send it our way too?
I don't know.
Sometimes they do, but usually they don't.
Japan gets some cool ones.
Japan gets some amazing ones.
Yeah, why can't we get those?
I don't know, but but I saw today that there's, the mayor from Nightmare Before Christmas. I don't know if you know, because have you ever watched Nightmare Before Christmas, Dave? I'm always afraid to ask you these questions.
No, a long time ago I did. Yeah. I just I couldn't tell you one thing about it though.
Okay. Well, the mayor is a main character in the movie, and his face turns like he's two-faced. He has a happy face and a scary face. He has a sipper at Pecos Bill during the Halloween party that I just saw today. Looks really, really cool. But do I need a sipper? No.
Oh, no, you don't need a sipper. But here's the thing about California. When we always say California always gets things first, they're always first. When I was growing up, I was born and raised in California. And then my parents divorced. And then so we moved around. My mom is from Montana. So we moved to Montana to a little small town called Kalispell. But we lived there for a few years in grade schoolish time. And then we moved back to California to my dad because we kept getting back and forth between parents. So then we went to stay with my dad for me and my little brother. And I will tell you something about California. California is ahead of everybody in the country as far as when it comes to, I'm not going to say sippy cups and popcorn buckets, but like style and fashion. They're years ahead.
They're trendsetters.
Yes, they are years ahead. And I learned that growing up. But I don't know why they just can't, like you said, just
release them in both parks.
In all the parks at the same time. It just make more sense. And you think it'd be beneficial money-wise, monetize-wise.
I mean,
for them.
I guess there is a very minute, small percentage of people that will make a trip to get this popcorn bucket. So, I have to go to Anaheim next month because they have.
Okay, we'll just get on a plane and go pick up our popcorn.
I mean, there are, but that has to be a teeny tiny percentage that doesn't make a dent in the bottom line. I can't imagine. We had another big announcement though, Dave.
How big is it?
They told us we weren't going to have any big announcement at Destination D23. And then they announced that we are getting our own Walt Disney animatronic at Carousel of Progress. I think it's going to replace that opening scene that isn't really a scene where you just have the curtain and Gene Shepherd, Christmas Story, tells you about the history of the Carousel of Progress. I think this Walt animatronic will replace that.
Mm-hmm.
But they are
Yeah.
saying that the whole attraction's getting a kind of a renewal. Like they're going to be making some changes. Maybe they'll take out the mystery daughter.
That's kind of old news, though, isn't it? This whole animatronic.
No, the animatronic Walt is in Anaheim.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting our own. This announcement only was given to us at Destination. Yeah, but the animatronic in Anaheim, the new one, doesn't. It's really pretty bad.
Really,
So,
I saw pictures. It didn't look that bad to me. Yeah, it's
I
not that
think
bad.
it looked like that guy that walks around the park trying to be Walt. I think that it's more like him. Than it does Walt.
With technology and AI and all of the things that's at their fingertips right now, especially somebody with the money that Disney makes, that's unacceptable. They should be able to make it look identical to him. And AI is getting scary. AI,
yeah. That's
another thing is, who's ever on the cutting edge of this AI stuff, as far as the parks or Universal, or Disney, it's good. It's gonna be a major game changer once they start using it, because it's moving so fast that it's scary. Well, we use AI for doing the podcast. I do, for editing and certain things. There's certain things we can use. For the most part, I do it manually, just because I'm a freak like that. But there's little certain things we use that are AI that you don't even think are AI, but they are. But it's a little scary. And I think podcasting. I don't know how long it's going to take, but there's already podcasts out there that are completely AI.
Completely AI.
It's all AI.
Yeah.
And I saw on another podcast, I think it was Joe Rogan or somebody, but a guy was on and they were talking about Chat GBT, and they did it right there. They made an artist. It was a girl, and they said, come up with a name, the lyrics, and a song. And within 2 minutes, it had the person, her name, lyrics, and the music, and they played it. And let me tell you, it was really, really, really good. And I love music. I'm a critic when it comes to music. And I was blown away. What is that going to be for these artists and stuff out there? I know. That someone could just make a whole album and you would never know that it was AI. It's a new artist.
Oh yeah.
It's like Sia. You don't see Sia. She's like AI in a way because you never see her.
You never see her. But it'll be like the Milli Vanilli scandal, only it'll be AI.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I know it's scary. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to
I just
monopolize this whole.
I freaking lost my page where I was saved.
But even artists, artists, painters, all that kind of stuff. There's so much that you can do now.
I told you the story of when Dominic was little, right around the time that they put Jack Sparrow into Pirates. Because remember, but before the movies, Jack Sparrow was not in the Pirates ride. So they put the Johnny Depp figurine in the Pirates ride, and it really looks like Johnny Depp.
It looks amazing.
Right? So right around that time, they reopened Hall of Presidents. It was when President Obama had been put into the Hall of Presidents, and Dominic was little, and Dominic said, "Is that an actor?" Well, because he saw Pirates and he knew that was not really Johnny Depp, right? It couldn't possibly really be Johnny Depp. So he thought that the animatronic of President Obama had to be an actor because it didn't look like President Obama, but Johnny Depp looked just like Johnny. And when I said, no, it's an animatronic. And he said, well, but they made Pirates. They made that look like Jack Sparrow. That looks just like Jack Sparrow. That doesn't look anything like President Obama. This is the mouth of babes, the mouths from the mouths of babes,
Sure.
He said he in his mind, that had to be an actor on the stage because Disney can make Jack Sparrow look just like Jack Sparrow. Why can't they make President Obama look just like President Obama? It was really interesting. It was a really interesting juxtaposition, I guess. And to hear it from the mouth of babes.
Yeah, but I totally agree with him because that does look just like him.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm
So-
always thinking one day it's going to be Johnny Depp.
Well,
one
in
of these days.
California, he's done that. And,
I know. I wish he'd do it
but
here.
the thing is, like now they have, they have the Jack Sparrow character walking around
Mhm.
in California, and people, some of them are really good. Some of them really look like Johnny Depp,
Yeah.
young Johnny Depp.
Mhm.
So people post pictures and go like, I think I really had Johnny Depp. I really met Johnny Depp. And people are like, do you realize what Johnny Depp looks like now? He doesn't look like that anymore.
Well, you'd be surprised what a little bit of makeup will do.
I know, but he doesn't look like. Yeah, so I don't know, but yeah, they're gonna be renovating Carousel Progress.
Yep.
And they also announced, here, Winnie the Pooh and Piglet spring popcorn buckets coming to Disneyland Resort and select Disney Cruise Line ships. Holiday Christmas tree truck available in Disneyland, Alani, and Disney Cruise Line, but not Walt Disney World. Why? We are getting a zombie mug at Trader Sam's, but it's a Christmas one. It looks like Santa Claus.
Interesting.
So there's
Okay.
that.
Wow. There's some breaking news. All right.
Yeah, this is really breaking news.
So we're gonna have poo on popcorn.
There's gonna be poo, but only in California. We're not gonna have poo on our popcorn.
Good.
So that's
We don't
maybe
want- we
that's a
don't
good thing.
It is a good thing. We don't want poo on our popcorn.
And the castle, right after when it reopened after the pandemic, the castle was pink.
Mhm.
Now it's going back to gray and blue.
Okay. Well, that's got to be a cost of paint job.
It doesn't say, none of this stuff says when, though.
Hmm.
It will feature grays, creams, blues, and touches of gold.
Oh, jeez. Hmm.
So, yeah. So there'll be a crane back. We'll have
It's got to be AI. AI. They have taken the place of all the Imagineers. That's what's happened.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And
That sounds like to me.
apparently, I saw a video that the fairy godmother is coming to the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique. Like, I guess she's going to walk through and wave to the girls or something. I don't know.
And they won't
I
know
don't-
who she is. They'll have no
The
idea.
fairy
who she is.
godmother?
Probably not.
Yes, they will.
Hmm.
So February 1st or February 2nd is your last chance to ride dinosaur?
Well, yeah, because that's when
February
Restaurantosaurus is
1st.
closing too.
February 1st is the final
No, February
day.
2nd, 2000.
No, it says after the land is closed as of February 2nd. It says February 1st will be the last day to meet Dino Donald, Chip and Dale. Restaurantosaurus is closed as of February 2nd. It goes extinct the last day to ride dinosaur is February 1st. Starting February
Okay.
2nd,
Okay.
Dinosaur, Restaurantosaurus, and all of Dinoland will officially be closed.
Well, you know what they're going to do is they're going to take Harambe Market's closing.
I know.
And then when they refurb all that, all the menu is going to go over to Harambe Market.
Right. So Harambe Market's going to take away these beautiful wraps and bowls, and they're going to
I
have
know.
chicken tenders
Can they just leave
and
stuff alone?
cheeseburgers.
Can they just or just add to it? I mean,
Right. Well, maybe they will. Maybe they'll
I don't
have, because there's a lot of different stalls at Harambe Market. Like, so maybe I don't know. But they're going to change Harambe Market to look more like Restaurantosaurus's menu.
Yep.
Which is a shame. But they're picky eaters, Dave. They have to give them chicken tenders.
well, hey, chicken tenders are a big moneymaker for them.
I don't understand why they can't. They have all those little kiosks around around Animal Kingdom. Half the time,
Sure.
some of them are closed.
Mhm.
Can't they do chicken tender? Like, they do mac and cheese out of one of them, and they do pizza out of another one, and they do the fries, and they do the pot stickers. Can't they do chicken
think.
tenders
You
out
would
of one of
think.
those?
Yeah, you would think. I know. I don't know.
Because Dinoland is closing in February, Cali River Rapids, which usually closes January, February, and reopens in the spring, they're going to close Cali River Rapids now. October 6th, it'll be closing, because they want to get it open in time to make up for the fact that Dinoland is closed, because they're going to have limited attractions now. So they don't want Cali down the same time that Dinosaur is down.
Okay. Makes sense,
So-
I guess.
So they're going to, so October 6th, Cali River Rapids is closing. I know you'll miss
That
that.
doesn't break my heart at all. So
I know.
the only person I'd go on it if they wanted was Kevin Curtis Allen. Anybody else, I'd be like, no, I'm not going on it. But Kevin, I'd do it for Kevin
Okay.
or Luke.
So they, I ditched Luke. I didn't go over. Yeah. So that's pretty much what they announced at D23, that they weren't going to announce. So if you want to go, that was Destination D23. Destination D23, I explained this a couple weeks ago, is on the off years, the alternating years. So next summer will be the actual D23 convention in Anaheim. It's going to be August 14th through the 16th at the Anaheim Convention Center, and some events will be at the Honda Center. Tickets go on sale in the spring. You want to go, Dave? You want to go to Anaheim?
Yeah, let's make a trip.
Okay.
Why not? It's been a long time since I've been to Disneyland.
I don't know if I'll have enough PTO by then.
Oh, okay.
Being that I used it all up. I had 7 at my last check. I had 7 hours, so I'm working my way back up.
Wow, you used them all up.
Not even a full day.
I think Veronica's got like a year.
Yeah, well, let's hope she never has to be out of work for as long as I was. So
I mean, it's kind of like all our friends that come from all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
We should just hop on a plane and go to California all the time, like they come here.
I
Why
know.
not? I know.
But
I mean, I got family out there too. We could whoop it up out there.
Oh, goody with the young words. Whooping it up with the young words.
Yep.
Wait a minute. I'm just looking at Kurt and Margita and Ken and Judy are at Hollywood and Vine right now. They just posted pictures.
Well, I'll tell you what. If we just stop this podcast now, I'll come pick you up, and we could probably get there before they leave.
We'll go crash.
Yeah, we'll just crash their party.
They're having dinner with Goofy and Minnie dressed up in their Halloween costumes. So cute.
No, that's just annoying. Just go away so I can eat. I don't need you. I don't want to take pictures.
You don't want to go to a character meal?
No, that does nothing for me. No.
You're no fun.
Mm-mm.
You're no fun. I'm trying to think what else I wanted to show you.
The Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party has been inundated with the lovely Florida weather. It's been all over Facebook and other places that they just can't understand. And they were all upset because it rained out the whole thing.
Right.
And people were trying to get refunds and people didn't know what to do and some did.
Yeah. They were saying that the line for guest services was over 2 hours.
But here's the thing. We're subtropical and this is normal anytime. It's normal.
This time of year, though, even
more so. It's just so normal this time of year. So it does.
Mm-hmm.
So look, when you buy these tickets in advance, the weather here is so unpredictable. You just gotta know that you could at any time just get rained out on all that stuff.
Chance it might get
but what did you really miss? You didn't really miss that much. If you think about it.
Stop it.
No, really. You missed the parade and you missed the fireworks. Okay, whoopie-doo. Go get your candy. Go meet some characters.
Said they closed that. I saw a thing about the other night. They said they closed, the outdoor rides, which of course, and even some of the candy stops because a lot of the candy's outside. They do it on the trails and in the queues and stuff So they closed some of the candy stops. We need to congratulate Uli and Mike, Dave.
Oh, congratulations, guy. Oh, those pictures were beautiful on the beach.
They got
on
on the beach like you.
I know. That's the way to do it. In your bare feet. It's the best way to do it.
Yeah. So congratulations. And yeah,
like your wedding. Geez, in a big old church with horse-drawn buggy and oh my gosh.
I think it was a Ford Taurus.
A little over the top there, Tony Ann, don't you think?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, that's the way to do it. Yeah, beautiful pictures. I'm so happy for them.
You know who drove us from the church? Like we weren't expecting it. We thought we back at that time in 1999, we're going to the Wayback Machine. That's when I was driving the Scooby-Doo van. It was a Astro van. Who made the Astro van? I don't remember.
Chevy. I think Chevy.
So it was a Chevy Astro van, and I don't know if you've ever met Connie. She's a lady that makes the signs that, the property, there was the sign shop.
Mhm.
Anyway, I don't know if you've ever met Connie.
I think I have.
It had been her car before it was mine. So this lady, she makes signs. She's kind of artsy, and she had painted the side of the van, and we used to call it the Scooby-Doo van.
Oh, okay.
So that's what we drove in 1999. So we were doing this. We did our wedding on the cheap, but Rich was like, we were going to St. Augustine for our honeymoon. He's like, I want to rent a vehicle for that to drive over there. Why don't we rent it for the wedding and then we'll have it for the honeymoon? So we rented this. It was a Ford Taurus. I mean, that's how fancy it was.
Oh,
so
geez.
we figured we were going to drive ourselves from the church to the reception. So we're leaving the church, and cousin Darren jumps in the car and is like, I'm driving you. We were like, okay.
Wow. I mean, we could have had a little time together. You know what I mean? On the way there.
Oh, with Darren in the front seat. Yeah. No, but anyway. Yep. Yeah.
Thanks, Darren. Oh, that wedding brings back memories. Ooh.
Really?
A good one. Well, that's when I first met Veronica. I barely. You
didn't know us very well. We didn't know you very well. We were trying to figure
I knew
you
she
out.
was Italian, and I've been hearing stories about Italian weddings, and I'm like, I wonder if it's true. And sure enough, it was unbelievable.
But it was true. It was not a fancy wedding.
No, I mean, but no,
been at my sister's
there was a lot
Italian
of people
wedding.
there in sunglasses and kind of standing with their
shut
arms folded, and there was almost a fight that broke out.
What are
in
you
the parking
talking about?
There was a fight in the parking lot almost. I had to pull. We had to. Oh yeah, they came and grabbed me and said, "Dave, you got to come outside. You got to help."
Who was fighting?
I don't know. Mr. Z was out there. The family was out there, and they had something with somebody else and one of the family members. And it was a big deal. You don't remember that?
I guess they shielded
I guess you were with Darren in the car going away or something. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, it was a whole big deal. And I was like, oh, it is true. They do this kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So the people were back to the parade, that people were really upset because the headless horseman wasn't there. But yeah, that's par for the course. Yeah.
So you're at a risk of when you go to these parties, especially the Halloween one.
Yeah. But I will tell you that, and you've mentioned this, I think we mentioned this on a previous podcast, that Disney's very good about reimbursing you. If they really feel like you got slighted, they're going to give you a park day. They're going to give you another ticket, even to I've heard they even give tickets out to even sold out parties.
Oh,
possibly.
Really?
Oh, that's what some people are saying. You can't believe all this stuff online. Who knows what? Some people said no, that doesn't happen, and some people said yes because I got one. It was a sold out.
Well, somebody about the last party we're talking about. Somebody in the comments said that they were given a $75 gift card per ticket, and somebody below said, "Oh, I got a full refund."
Oh, yeah. Well, that's it.
So it's like I think it depends on how much pushback and how much.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think one person said they got a ticket, a $75 gift card, and something else.
Wow.
It was like they got like 4 things.
Wow.
And I think it's just, you never know. But like you said, that some people were waiting 2 hours, and some people didn't know till they got back home, and then they realized, oh, I could have done that. So then they called and they didn't get as much, and they're upset.
I knew when it happened to me, I didn't find out until the next morning that they were given refunds. And I emailed Disney Guest Relations, and they sent me 1-day tickets for everybody that had a party ticket.
Yeah, that's another thing people are saying. Right.
And I think I gave those 1-day tickets to you guys.
With Park Hopper, too.
Was it?
Park Hopper.
Yeah.
I think some people are saying, yeah.
Cool. So it doesn't hurt to ask. Just be nice and don't be nasty, and don't go expecting it. Don't go expecting it.
Because that's the thing is someone was talking about Guardians on one of the hang on a second. Let me do it. This is slacking. We've been slacking.
On this week's The Good, The Bad, and The Ugly of Facebook. Congratulations, Uli and Mike. Bing.
You should make that a regular thing. That that
No, I
thing
really
you just
should.
did.
I
What
really
was
should.
that? I've never heard that before.
I know it's just something I came up with, just on the fly.
Okay.
No, what was I? What was I saying?
You were saying
I'm getting
Guardians,
old,
something
Tony.
about Guardians.
Oh,
Did you have a
Guardians. So
Facebook post?
Guardians. So people were all upset because Guardians closed, and I'm like, does anybody know what happened on Guardians? And
So
people
what
are
happened
like,
on
well,
Guardians?
yep, it closed. It happens to all the rides every now and then. It could be for anything, but they're not going to tell you what
Yeah.
it is. And they were saying that guests were yelling at the cast members because it was closed down. Because they had, they had bought tickets, lightning lanes for it, whatever they did, and they couldn't get on, and they were just giving these cast members the what
Well,
for.
you'll get refunded for your lightning lanes if you go to the blue umbrellas. If you've bought an individual lightning lane, the single one for Guardians or Tron or Seven Dwarves, and they go down, you can just go to the blue umbrellas and they'll reimburse you. Let me tell you what happened to us. When I brought Rich back to Epcot for the first time after him not being in the parks for years, I think it was the trip with Kevin, and I bought lightning lanes because I didn't want him to have to wait in lines. And we met up with Kevin and Deborah, and Rich was like, I really don't want to ride rides. I want to hang out with Kevin and Deborah. And that's what we wound up doing. We hung out with them. We walked around World Showcase. We had a few bites to eat. And then you guys showed up. I had these lightning lanes. I didn't use any of them. That's important to know. We did not use any of them. And I went to the blue umbrella and I said, I understand if the answer is no. I always start with that. I understand if the answer is no. But we bought lightning lanes for the three of us, from me, Rich, and Michael. Michael wasn't with us. Was it just me and Rich? I think it was just me and Rich. We haven't used any of them. My husband said he doesn't feel like riding rides today. He doesn't feel up to it. So, cast member was like, yeah, let me just make sure. Oh yeah, you didn't use any of them. No problem. And she just refunded us for the day of lightning lanes at Epcot. It was very important that we hadn't used any of them, though.
Well, of course, right?
Yeah. But yeah, we bought the three. We had like Soarin' and whatever. Living with the
that's
Land.
not. You just be nice, right?
Yeah. And like I said,
nice.
I went to her with the thing. I understand if the answer is no, but
that's a great way to approach it. So you did the right thing, Tony Ann. Be nice.
Definitely with the individual lightning lanes. Like if Tron goes down and you bought a Tron one, or Rise of the Resistance or Avatar, yeah, they'll give it to you.
Yeah, they're going to take care of you. It's happened to us before, and they've taken care of us. And sometimes more than just that one ride. Sometimes they've given us whatever, I could forget, but sometimes they just throw out that pixie dust.
Yeah.
And just be nice.
Did you have anything else from Facebook or anything?
Let me see. Oh, this isn't from not Facebook, but I wanted to mention that a couple of weeks ago we went to Epcot for our Geo 82 reservation.
Yeah.
And going through the security, I noticed. Now, I did everything I was supposed to do. Put the umbrella in front of me. I had to take in my recorder, which I didn't use again. Every time I take that darn thing, I never use it. Brought my recorder with me, my portable recorder, to record some stuff. Didn't use it. Anyway, I put it all in front of me, and I had forgotten that I had taken the fuel rod. We had a fuel rod, and I stuck it in my pocket and forgot to take it out, and it went off. And I noticed that the security line was really long. So I'm like, oh, man. Got in line, and I'm watching the security, Tony Ann, and I was noticing that they were making every guest take every single thing out of their backpacks.
Really?
Everything. There was a person in front of me. She had taken everything out of her, and she had more than I have. I mean, I was like, how much can you fit in a backpack? Tony Ann, she had so much stuff. And they checked her bag. And then she had to stick it all back in her bag. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Are they making people? And they had bigger bins. It seemed like they had bigger bins next to them. And sure enough, I got up there and I said, okay, I just noticed, do I need to take everything out of the bag? And she was like, yep. And I'm like, okay. So I started taking everything out. And I said, everything. And she goes, well, I just need to fill the bottom of the bottom. I have to be able to fill the bottom. So I took everything out. I took Hey out. I took my recorder out. I took everything out, and except for the 4 water bottles I had in there. And then she hands it back. She goes, I need those out too. Oh my God, jeez. Okay. Yeah, they were making everybody take every single thing out, and it was taking
So it was like back
so
to
long.
pre-COVID.
It was
Back
so
when we
long.
used to yeah.
Oh, and I have to say, she was probably the meanest. I wouldn't say she was mean. She just was stone face, no personality. Most time they go up and they kid with you. Where are you from?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, that's so cute. And,
Maybe
what is
there was
this?
a reason. Maybe there was some kind of threat that
I'm
we
sure
don't
there
know
probably
about.
was. That's what I'm figuring there was. But what is this? I'm like, oh, it's a recorder. Oh, it looks like a taser to me. And I'm like, yeah, it does kind of, doesn't it? And she picked up my recorder. She opens it up and she looks at it. And I don't want to exaggerate. It was probably only a couple seconds, but it seemed like 5 minutes. She just looked down and stared at it and stared at it. Did I talk about this already?
No.
And stared at it and stared at it. And then she goes, what is this? I said, it's a portable recorder. And she just looked at me. Then she finally closes it, hands it back to me. And I said, kind of looks like a taser though, doesn't it? And she goes, what is it? And I said, no. I said, but every security guard that sees it says it looks like a taser. So now I'm trying to make her laugh. I said,
Right.
I'm good. And I told her, I told her straight up, I said, my mission right now is to get you to smile. And she would not smile. She looked at me like, you just shut up and stand there and take it. And I was kidding with her. I kept joking with her, trying to get her to smile. And a couple of times, I think I did see the corner of her mouth kind of twitch a little bit, like she was going to smile or crack a laugh. But she didn't. She was just, I don't want to say mean, but I said, is there a heightened security today for some reason? Because this is not
they're
normal.
They're not going to tell you.
I know. And she didn't. And she didn't even say anything. She said nothing. So, and then I kept trying to kid with her and it didn't work. And then it was so bad. She was so bad that even Veronica had gone through and she was kind of waiting on the outside, but she was kind of watching me. And as soon as I walked out, she goes, what was wrong with her? I'm like, I know, right? She was just like, oh my gosh, someone knocked her ice cream cone over or something. She was mad. She was just
maybe she was, but maybe there was heightened security that we don't know about. That
well, that's why I'm sure it was. Something happened because it was not
taking
the norm.
her job seriously that day.
Well, I don't know. Maybe she was irritated that she had to make everybody take everything out too. Because
if she had to do, you sigh like, oh God, I got to take everything out. She probably felt the same way. Like,
I mean, I was not mad. I always tell them I'm thankful for you guys. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. Even after going through all that, I said, all right, I didn't get to make you laugh, but I said, I appreciate you guys. Yeah. And she didn't didn't say anything. Didn't say thanks, nothing. Zero, zilch, 0.0. I got out of here or nothing.
I actually have a Facebook post, David.
Okay.
It's a cautionary tale. It's a cautionary tale.
Okay.
This is from the All-Star Movies Facebook group. So it says, hi, I'm currently in room 7844. Last night we had stolen 1 pair of Nike trainers, 2 pairs of New Balance trainers. They must be English. They're calling their sneakers trainers. 1 lanyard with 30 plus pins. 2 pairs of little girls' denim shorts. Can you return these items, please? As you could obviously see that these were not left out and were just out for drying. The local authorities have been contacted. More to the point, why would you steal from 2 little girls and 1 little boy on their vacations? Okay, you left 3 pairs of sneakers, a lanyard with 30 or more pins, which those pins are like $10 a piece. Right? That's hundreds or thousands of dollars worth of pins, right?
Well, not thousands, but 30 pins is hundreds. Yeah.
You left them. Why would you leave those outside to dry?
I don't. And to say that the authorities have been called, the authorities aren't going to give
the authorities don't give 2 hoots about
it's a civil matter. They're going to be like, okay, well, whatever.
Your sneakers that you left outside your room. That Disney tells you don't leave anything outside. So do not leave anything outside your room. And it's not obvious to people that this was not left out. If you hung out in the free cycle dregs like I've done for years, you'd see that people leave out clothes, strollers, microwaves,
yeah, all kind of
porta potties.
Porta potties they're a hot item.
And half-eaten lunch meat.
Mm.
and
If you're
dairy
hungry,
products.
that's good stuff if you're hungry. Gotta
My
watch that
favorite
budget.
though was the whole watermelon at All Stars, where you don't have kitchenettes. It was like Pop Century or one of the All Stars where you don't have kitchenettes. So there was no way to cut that watermelon. You'd have to use like plastic
No, just
knives
or just pound it on the countertop and just break it open, man.
on the
Right.
bathroom countertop. Yummy,
course.
because that's what you got in All Stars.
Well, yeah, wherever. You'll pop that thing right open and just start scooping it out with a plastic spoon. Whatever. Yeah, someone left 2 gift bags from one of the All-Star.
Mm-hmm.
It was on there today on one of the Facebook groups. 2
For you to
2
say you
bags
can
of
obviously
all
see
kind of
these
stuff.
items were not left out. No, you can't. You
Yeah,
cannot
no.
obviously tell. If it's outside your room, it's possibly free cycle.
Right. It's not possibly. It probably is. I would think it would be.
It's going to be treated. It's going to be treated
It-
like free cycle.
That's right. Yep. And then there's that small minority of people that are just, the right thing to do would have been to knock on the door and go, are you guys getting rid of this? And if nobody knocked on the door,
Uh,
you're like, okay.
it says
well, I
they
guess
were
they're
left out
leaving it.
overnight, so they might have been taken at 2:00 in the morning. But
Oh, they left them out overnight. Well, that's just.
yeah, it said they were left out overnight for drying.
Oh, okay. Well, that's kind of on them, I guess. I would never leave that kind of stuff out. Just use the
No.
hairdryer inside. Don't they have hairdryers
Right.
in there?
Right.
Yeah, just use a hairdryer.
Yeah.
Dry it out.
Newspapers in the
5
shoes.
minutes.
I hope that wasn't the kids' only shoes for their vacation, or else
Well,
they're
it could've
going to buy them a pair of Crocs in the gift shop, and the kids are going to be in Crocs the rest of the week. Yeah, don't leave stuff outside your room. That's not. Yeah, don't do that.
Or if you do, maybe put a note or something.
This is not free cycle, but you're
Yeah.
running a risk. Why though? The 30 pins. Why
I know,
would you
that's
leave
the- that's-
30
you're
pins out
asking for
to
someone to-
dry?
I mean, look,
How
people.
wet was your lanyard?
Look, you can't. Even the strollers in Disney, you can't leave anything in your
No.
strollers, people, because people will take them, take stuff.
Mhm.
We've witnessed it before.
There was a
Firsthand.
report. There was a report the other day that this family went into Tony's Town Square, so they have to leave their stroller outside right there on Main Street. Kind of. There's a
Mm-hmm.
and when they came out, their stroller was gone, and
Mm-hmm.
somebody had taken it, and
Yeah.
they wound up finding it over in Fantasyland by Belle's Enchanted Tales.
Mm-hmm.
And they just happened to see it. They didn't have an air tag on it. They just happened to see it. And there was another family's stuff in it, but their bag was still in it too. Their diaper bag was at the bottom. So they called security over, and they had a picture from earlier in the day of their kid in the stroller, and they knew exactly what was in that diaper bag. And
Oh.
I guess the other family was in Belle's Enchanted Tales, so the other family never came out, or the other family saw security standing around and just said,
And
"Let's
just didn't
back
walk
off."
away. Wow.
So, but yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but
Yeah, don't.
that's something that and I thought, well, maybe they had an air tag on it. That's how they found it, because they went to after it wasn't there, and a cast member said they hadn't moved it
Mm-hmm.
because that wasn't a place where they really moved them, because it was the restaurant. They went to guest services, and guest services had given them like a certificate for a rental for the day,
Mm-hmm.
but they still were out, like all the stuff in the diaper bag. So
Oh, yeah.
but they wound up just by coincidence seeing their stroller
That's
in
crazy.
Fantasyland.
Oh. Was the kid still there too in the stroller?
No,
Oh.
no, that was Lights, Motors, Action.
Yeah.
You lost your baby. Whose baby is this? That was like our first bonding moment, Dave.
It was kind of, yeah.
Lights, Motors, Action.
Oh man, that poor kid. He was too young. He'll never remember that one.
No, he
but the
won't.
parents will always remember that one.
Mhm.
That was a good one. Yeah, they're
All
easy to
right,
forget.
Dave. I think we made another show.
Okay, Tony. Well, glad you guys
Okay.
could join us. Get you guys your popcorn buckets coming up. And on the next show, you can sit around and eat some popcorn and listen to us.
Only if you're in Anaheim.
Let's make a trip. Let's make a plan a trip. All right.
Let's plan a trip for that poo on the popcorn.
All right, Tony Ann. Well, that's going to wrap it up for this week's Disney Crush podcast. Thank you guys for joining us, and we will talk to you guys next week.
Bye.
Turkey and truth has spoken.
Put a check on that. Can you do that, Dave? Can you put a check on that one?
If you're still here, we'd love to give you a coffee mug. Tony Ann, you want to give away another coffee mug?
Yeah. So we need a secret phrase. The phrase that pays. The phrase that pays on Z107.
How about poo on popcorn or popcorn on poo? Oh, poo on the popcorn. Okay, poo on the popcorn.
The first person to message me with poo on the popcorn will give you a Disney Crush coffee mug.